Are Wuthering Waves players becoming spoiled? Now, this was a topic that I tried to tackle in one of my previous videos, and I talked about a situation going on with Wuthering Waves where they gave away 3 standard temples and also 5 crystal solvent, which is absolutely amazing, and this came off the back of them announcing that they would give it to only 10 winners, hitting 30 million downloads worldwide. Now, what I said in the last video was that people were getting a little bit ungrateful towards Courier Games and that we shouldn't be asking them for these rewards, but recently HexJuice reacted to my video and it kind of opened up a lot of things, and also just watching the video back, I kind of realized, yeah, I kind of made a little bit of a mistake here. Before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying it, and also don't forget to go to Gamersubs and use my code Kaza to get 10% off waifu cups, tubs, whatever. Anything on there, it's all super nice, so I definitely recommend going down there, and it's down in the link below. But let's get back into it. So pretty much HexJuice on her stream reacted to my video of me talking about this whole situation, and if you want to go see that, it's still up on my channel, because I don't really want to delete anything that I say. Like, I know that I may have the wrong opinion here, but I'm pretty much making this video to kind of like rectify a lot of stuff that I said, and also to correct myself, because there's been a lot of stuff that has been like changed in my mind, but also I just didn't like get the words out properly whenever recording that video. And there isn't actually a video uploaded on HexJuice's channel yet. I don't know if she's gonna make one or not. Maybe it'll be uploaded by the time this video is up. But again, she talks through everything very, very fairly. I mean, you know, we talked about it before she even started stream. You know, she's saying, oh, this is gonna be super fun to react to because yeah, I had a little bit of a bad take there. So again, it's nothing like hateful or anything like that. We're friends, it's cool. Like, don't go send any hate or anything. And she was saying the same to me as well. Like, hey, it's all fine. And it was just more of a discussion about what's going on. And I also just wanted to preface this by saying this was the first video I recorded back from the 2 Atsu ones that I recorded previously. If you don't know, they did pretty good on my channel. And also another little known fact is that I actually recorded them at about like 4 AM and edited them all at like 4 AM and uploaded them around, you know, 4 AM. So again, I recorded these very, very early in the morning, and I didn't just like alter my sleep schedule. I started to get up at like 9 o'clock on the same day. So I was extremely tired doing this back to back and then recording this video. So a lot of these takes that I had, I was very, very tired whenever doing this. So that's why I think a lot of the stuff that I mentioned in the video is like not on the ball, and you know, I didn't really get it right. But obviously that isn't exactly an excuse, and that's why I'm making this video today, just to kind of rectify it. But the first topic that was brought up was me talking about the Chinese community and their involvement in this whole issue, or I don't even know if it's really an issue. It's not really an issue, to be honest. And what I said was that it was mainly a Chinese issue, which was just totally wrong. I'll be honest, it was totally wrong, and I don't really know why I said that in the video. My whole intention whenever actually recording the video wasn't to make it seem like it was just a Chinese issue. I think it was just something I added in whenever I was speaking, and it kind of made it seem like I was focusing on Chinese. And I did also look at some of the Chinese comments on r/gachagaming, which I won't be doing again, by the way. It's r/gachagaming, and I realized that I don't really want to be supporting them as much as possible. So yeah, I still looked at them anyways, and that's just because I wanted to get some context from the Chinese audience, not that I was trying to make it out that it was just a Chinese issue, because we can see down here that a lot of people were saying like, how about you give everyone a temple and stuff like that, which HexJuice did mention in her video, which yeah, is extremely valid. But there's also a lot of people that didn't mind this either, but again, they've probably also got Genshin PTSD like me. This wasn't very good, just releasing it to 10 winners, and yeah, I think it's completely valid that people wanted Wuthering Waves to make this change, where they give out a free standard temple and also 5 crystal solvent. And honestly, I think that's how it should be in the future. If they ever celebrate some milestone or whatever, I think they should give the reward to everyone, even if it is just a small reward. I mean, they don't even have to go full temples out. My mind has been changed on this, and I think that giving out a free standard temple is completely fine. And that's also another issue that people brought up, was that it was just a standard temple, meaning that it doesn't actually cost Courier Games that much. And, you know, it's not limited banners, so no one's going to be really spending on the standard banner, which, again, I completely get. And, again, I was completely wrong in the video in saying that, you know, this could affect the game massively, because it won't. It won't affect the game that much in the future. And honestly, I think I'm just worrying a little bit too much for the game, just because, you know, I play it a lot. Now, this was a big thing as well that people brought up, was that, like, maybe I'm some, like, Genshin shill or something, and that I'm trying to doom post and try to bring the game down. No, I actually really, really like this game. I've spent multiple days, like, spending hours on this game and being like, oh, crap, I lost all of my time. And as you've seen from my videos, this is pretty much the entirety of the content that I've been making over the past few weeks. So again, I really do like this game, and the only reason why I made the video in the past was because, you know, I want the game to do well. I want the game to succeed, and I don't want it to like crash and burn for some really, really small reason. But I think the reason that I was thinking about was just a little bit too nuclear, and I think I thought about it too much in my head to the point where it's like, okay, this doesn't really make sense. Maybe we should take a step back and just see that 10 lost just tied isn't going to be the end of the world. Now, do I think the same for limited wishes? No. I think at the moment, the rate that Kuro Games is bringing out limited wishes, I think they're doing completely fine. But I think I'm a little bit worried for the future if they do decide to release even more like this, because we've had a lot of rewards. And honestly, I don't think it's going to like ruin the game or anything. Again, that's another thing that's changed my mind. I don't think it's going to ruin the game or it's going to like end the game. I think that was a massive exaggeration. And I think I'm just worried in the future for like how many temples for the limited banner they're going to release. And hopefully they keep it kind of around this level where it's like really, really good. Like it's better than a lot of other games, but also it's not too much to the point where it's like, hey, there's no reason to, you know, spend anymore. But again, I really don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. And they haven't released any limited pulls in a little while. And I doubt we're going to see much until, you know, the new update. Unless Kuro Games massively, you know, mess up again. But again, I think it's kind of justified that they release these pools and stuff if they do mess up. So I definitely think that, you know, handing out these free rewards is a good thing. And it can get a lot of people on board that, you know, weren't treated well in other games. Like I said, Genshin Impact doesn't treat their players very, very well. So a lot of people are going to be happy with these rewards. And then one of the final things I wanted to talk about was the tone of the community response. It's completely fine if you want to, you know, complain about not getting these pools, because again, I think it was quite bad that they didn't actually give it to everyone rather than just 10 people. So again, you're completely justified to, you know, complain about it in their replies or whatever. It just kind of left a bad feeling for me of people, you know, saying this. And I think it's entirely because I don't want this to be like a common thing. Obviously, in this case, it's completely fine. Like, complain about it all you want, you know, point out the issues all you want. But I think in the future, like, of the game, if we keep having this every time that Kuro Games brings something out, like, I mean, yes, if it's for something like 10 winners and you complain about that, that's fine. I mean, you can complain about them giving out rewards to, like, certain people. I totally get that now. It's, like, totally okay. But say that, like, they just wanted to celebrate something and that they just put out a piece of art or something, they don't even give away rewards or whatever for engagement, then I kind of get a little bit worried that people might go, hey, where's our rewards in that? And I don't want there to be a whole community of people just expecting free pools every time, you know, things happen, or every time, like, Wuthering Waves posts on their Twitter, pretty much. I don't think it's going to be a massive issue. I think I was taking it way out of proportion in the last video, and that I think that I'm just worrying a little bit too much about the game, just because, you know, I really like the game and I want it to succeed. As I said, I've played this game so much. I've made so many videos on it. You know, I spent hours editing videos and recording videos and, you know, doing a ton of other content. I mean, you know, I've been making a lot of thumbnail stuff recently. I haven't really talked about it on this channel. I've been making a lot of thumbnail, like, Blender stuff, like 3D models for a lot of people's thumbnails. I will leave a couple on the screen here. You know, I've made stuff that's featured on VXV's channel. I've made stuff that's featured on Styx's channel, on EO's channel. Like, there's a lot of people, even like Ufi. There's so many channels that have been using my Blender stuff, and I really enjoy seeing it up there because, you know, it takes me a little bit to make these kind of Blender things, and I'm glad that people just like them and can use them, because that's one thing as a creator. I like having easy to use PNG images to stick onto my thumbnails, and I think they just look nice overall, and, you know, can engage a viewer much more because you can manipulate the face and make it look shocked or sad or happy or whatever. And I think that evokes a lot more like emotion than just adding some random like image from the game. So again, I really like seeing that people are using that. And yeah, I just want to get even more involved in the Wuthering Waves community as I possibly can. And I hope this video has explained a lot of like what went on and like what I've been up to as well, and why I kind of had these opinions in the first place. Again, a lot of them I don't stand by anymore, and, you know, I've kind of come to a realization that, you know, it's not the end of the world that they've done this, and that it's gonna be okay, and that, you know, this isn't Genshin Impact. But if you guys want to go watch HexJuice's video on this, I'm sure it'll be out. I'll definitely leave a link whenever it does come out. I'll edit it, or if it even does, I don't even know if a video is coming out. But knowing I'm sure it will come out at some point. And thank you to the people that actually liked the video, even though I had like the worst take in the world. I think there was like a 50-50 split between likes and dislikes on that video. So there are some people that agree with me. But again, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. I think, you know, it's a problem that people can talk about and that maybe we can be wary of just for the future, but I don't think it's going to be anything completely dramatic and that's going to destroy the game or anything. It's going to be totally fine, and that wanting more pools and stuff is actually a good thing. Now, if you have any other questions or any other kind of arguments you had with my last video, I'm pretty sure I covered most of the like controversial stuff that I said in the video, you know, feel free to leave a comment. If I see it, I will probably reply to it and try to, you know, make sense of what went on. And yeah, that's about all I've got. I just wanted to explain myself. I hope I've explained myself pretty clearly here. And yeah, we'll just get back to making some more Wuthering Waves videos. If you saw my last video, I talked about the worst review in Wuthering Waves. It was the funniest thing ever. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as I said, go to gamersubs.com and use my code Kaza. And yeah, you can get 10% off. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, we'll be back to normal. That's all. See ya.